Nothing in life should stay still forever. Change is natural, and seeking out new challenges defines the human spirit. So whenever it happens, if you get itchy feet, that's the time to trade up. Aleksandra is a club runner who's trading up to become a triathlete. She started 6 months ago and has been getting a lot of help along the way from coaches and athletes. She's also received equipment support from Cube bikes and Sailfish wetsuits. Throughout her training, Aleksandra's been guided by Joanne Richard of the New Forest Triathlon Centre. And now there's only one thing left to learn: how to get from the swim to the bike and the bike to the run as quickly as possible. So Aleksandra's meeting Richard and Joanne to learn about the dark art that is transition.
Area, there'll be a bar for you to rack your bike, just like that. You need to rack with your front wheels out. So what he means by that is you're going to rack with your saddle under there. So pop it from underneath, it's going to be easiest.
Oh, okay.
So it's going to hang nicely like that, and the front wheel will be down like that. You're going to have a towel, so we're going to lay that out somewhere by your bike so that when you come out of the swim you can just
Right.
So it's good to have a nice bright towel as well that you can identify.
So you can identify it, right?
So
okay,
again,
good.
If you pop that just sort of in front.
So spread it out. You're going to have enough space alongside it, or if you find yourself a little shorter space in some transition areas, you can even slide it so it's just underneath your wheel on one side. Nice big towel. There's no rule as to how big a towel you can have.
Okay.
I do remember being all the British contingent at the World Championships, age group championships in Perth, were in one row. I think at least in our age group, and you're not allowed to mark your spot in transition with a balloon or talcum powder used to be a great, and there'd be arrows and names. And I turned up with a huge orange beach towel, which was about 5 feet long and 3 feet wide, and it stuck right the way out into the middle of the thing. And so that did as a landmark for the whole British age group team, who were just defined. Once you could spot that, everyone knew they were up from there. So there's no rules about that. So you make things as easy for yourself as you can. So that's bright.
Yeah,
that's good.
Good tip. Yep.
So the first thing, you get your wetsuit off, and then you want to be able to stand on your towel and wipe your feet down. So don't put your shoes right at the edge because they're going to be in the way. So pop your shoes there. Okay. The running shoes can go right at the back for the moment. A nightmare I always have is that I'm going to forget to put my helmet on before I get my bike.
Oh God, yeah.
So a little tip for there: put your helmet on top of your shoes.
That's good.
All right. Now again, if it's raining and you want to keep your shoes in a bag, the other thing to do with the helmet is pop it onto the bike.
Yeah.
And you can actually just clip it on there, especially if it's a windy day, so it's not going to get knocked off.
Okay.
All right.
So tell me about this helmet before the bike, because I'm a bit worried about this, forgetting.
We'll do that. In fact, what we'll do now is we just walk you through this whole scenario so far. All right. So you're going to come to transition. Let's assume that you still got your wetsuit half on at the moment. Then you're going to pull it down and stomp your way out of it, and then it's going to be best just chuck it over here if you can.
Right.
It's out of the way, then it's not going to trip you up.
Okay, so hat and goggles.
Yeah, just chuck them to the back there so they can just go in the back. Yep, that's right. You're going to bend down, sunnies on,
sunglasses
on, down, helmet on, straight over the head, and it gets done up. Now the doing up of your helmet is one of the regulations that will be enforced during the race, that everyone's helmet is actually done up before they remove their bike from the rack. Okay. That then holds true right the way through the cycle section, and that helmet has to stay done up until you've put your bike back there. So for as long as the bike is off the rack, your helmet has to stay done up. Okay.
Right. Gosh, it's hot with this hat on. Good God.
we'll behave like race directors normally do on race day, okay?
Okay. Oh God. Go it.
Okay.
Okay. Sit on. Start the wet gear. Okay. Socks on. Calm down, calm down. A little bit of panic. Breathe, breathe. Okay. Glasses. Helmet. Oh no. Hands are cold. Right. Where did I go? Where am I going? To the right.
You should know. That line at the white line. That's it. Right. You're through that. Foot off. Go.
Drink.
That helmet must be very comfortable. I'm not sure it's going to be doing you much favour halfway round.
I know that this is a non-drafting race, and I know that there is a certain distance, I think it's 5 meters or 7 meters, that you have to keep between you and the bike in front. And hopefully I might come across a person that I might sort of want to pass. But I'm not really sure how you do that if you are, without being penalised.
It's a fair question, and the rules on drafting do change periodically, and they do vary from one distance to another, and to a certain extent in different types of racing. So the Ironman racing might be slightly different. The rule is 7 metres. As you said, you're not supposed to get within 7 metres of the bike in front unless you're passing, and that's the thing. So if you're obviously going faster than someone else, and you move through that 7 metres and pass them and then continue, it's then their job to make sure that they don't come within 7 metres of you again once you're past.
If you get overtaken, you might find that the person in front doesn't actually start pulling away, because sometimes it's you do speed up when someone goes past you. Sometimes they get in front and suddenly
they just
start
settle
slowing
into
down.
a race.
So you've just got to be careful then that you're not or seem to be tucked in behind them. So
just
whether that
fall a
means
bit
just
back,
easing
maybe.
off a little bit, have a drink or something, is quite a good time to do that, because then you automatically just start falling back a little bit.
I think that that progress to date's been fantastic, really, just in terms of confidence. And the swimming is obviously key to the whole thing. It's a whole skill set, and a lot of people jump from running onto bikes, and as long as you technically can stay upright, you've got a level of fitness that will enable you to get from A to B. Swimming for most people is the one area which prevents them from taking part in a triathlon in the first place. So
I think it's been good that the weather's obviously been nice the last sort of month or so she's been able to get in the wetsuit and just swimming. And like she said, even though it's only it feels like just a few minutes in a lake, at least she's been in and got used to how tight the wetsuit is across the shoulders and chest, and kind of got used to that sort of feeling of being in the open water. And great that they simulated a mass start with her as well, because again, that's something that can be a bit strange, a bit peculiar the first time that you go through it. So I think she's pretty well prepared, to be honest. I think it's going well.
I can see my destiny.